Yes, women over 45 are sexy because they know who they are and they're done pretending. And the truth is, sex after 45 doesn't disappear, it actually evolves. And if you're partnered with a woman over 45 or you're deeply attracted to one, you might feel like you're getting mixed signals. You might think she's not interested sexually when really her body is just asking for something different. So you have to adjust your approach, not less, just better. And in today's video, I'm going to explain what exactly changes in a woman's body and nervous system after 45 and what she really wants now, emotionally, hormonally, and physically, and how to show up in the bedroom in a way that makes her feel desired, sexy, safe, and fully turned on without pressure or confusion. And make sure you stay to the end to get a free gift designed to help you both get what you need out of sex. Now, this is the first thing men need to understand. Women over 45 have paid their dues. They're not faking orgasms to protect your ego, and they're not interested in teaching a sex class. You have to know what you're doing. When she was in her 30s, class was in session. She was a teacher explaining how she wants things done. But after 45, unrealistically, she just expects you to know what she wants, at least the basics. So you have to bring the pleasure. So research shows that younger women are significantly more likely to fake orgasm. Older women, they don't. They don't need to, and they won't. And if you don't get it right a time or two, she isn't going to fake it. She's actually going to start to make up excuses so that she doesn't have to do it. That doesn't make them difficult, it just makes them honest. So let's get into the biology. See, some studies suggest that older women may have equal or even greater orgasm satisfaction compared to younger women. The most likely theory is that because they're more in tune with their bodies and less focused on things like performance or frequency, she has less to prove. But after 45, both estrogen and testosterone levels begin to fluctuate and decline in women. And that doesn't just affect mood or sex drive. It changes how her body experiences sex. Estrogen is responsible for keeping the vaginal tissues thick, elastic, well lubricated. And as estrogen drops, the thinning of the vagina and reduced lubrication can make penetration more uncomfortable, especially if there's friction and she's not fully aroused. Testosterone, often thought of as a male hormone, actually plays a key role in women's libido, fantasy, and sexual sensitivity. And when testosterone levels decline or spontaneous desire declines, it doesn't mean she's not into you. It just means that you need more buildup, more connection, more stimulation to feel in the mood. And here's what this means for the average woman. Now, a woman over 45 is less likely to be as interested in that quickie style sex that might have been really fine in the 20s and 30s. Instead, she's more likely to enjoy sex that's a little bit more intentional, more deeply satisfying, even if it happens less often. And you're like, well, why is that? Well, because if the sex is mediocre or rushed with no lube, no foreplay, no emotional presence, her body feels it today and the next day. The discomfort is real and it starts to feel like sex is a chore. But if sex is thoughtful, connected, it's hot with lubrication, attention, maybe even some toys and time, her body can relax, open up, and experience deep pleasure. And that type of sex can linger in the mind and the body for days. So instead of aiming for sex 3 times a week, a woman over 45 might prefer a soul-shaking, spine-tingling experience once every week or every other week. The kind that actually feeds her hormones, calms the nervous system, and reminds her that she's deeply desired. See, it's not about having less sex, it's about having better sex, more pleasure, less pressure, and that's the real upgrade. See, as estrogen drops, arousal changes, and here's how you keep up. So we're talking about how sex evolves for women at over 45, and you are learning from a candid conversation. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss out on this type of information. Now, as a woman moves into her mid-40s and beyond, estrogen levels begin to shift, not just steadily, but they fluctuate unpredictably. And this shift doesn't just affect the monthly cycle, it directly changes how the body responds to penetration, to arousal, to connection. So let's get into the 3 most important things for you to know as it pertains to sex with women over the age of 45. 1, arousal takes longer, so wait before you penetrate. This isn't about being slow because she's not in the mood or needs a bunch of romance. It's because of biology. See, estrogen helps increase blood flow to the genitals and keeps the vaginal tissues plump, lubricated, and elastic and stretchy. When that estrogen drops, the body needs more time to warm up, literally, before she's physically ready for penetration. And if you rush the process, you risk pain, dryness, and even resentment. And if you don't give her body the time to open up, you'll close the door entirely. Now, foreplay isn't a suggestion. It's a strategy. This isn't the 20-something foreplay. This is grown folk foreplay, which means mental and physical stimulation. Because as estrogen drops, as testosterone drops, arousal becomes more fragile. If you turn her off, or you skip foreplay, or you're not paying attention, it's just not easy to flip it back on. The recovery curve is longer. And once that mood is broken, it takes more time and effort to get it back. So you have two options. Either invest the energy up front and enjoy the return on your investment, or skip the buildup and watch her shut down and move away. Number 3, emotional tone becomes this kind of gateway to physical response. See, in younger years, sex can sometimes override context. But after 40, context becomes king or queen. Now, one study on women over 40 found that relationship quality, psychological well-being, and menopause symptoms were important predictors of sexual satisfaction and whether or not she felt desired and satisfied. So it's not just how good you are in bed, it's how safe, how respected, and how emotionally connected she actually feels before the clothes come off. It's the emotional tone is off if she feels criticized, rushed, distant. The body just won't open up. Not because she's rejecting you, but because the nervous system is kind of protecting her. And that's not a defect. It's a built-in survival mechanism. And I'll share with you this really interesting fact. Among partnered women, women over 45 who have someone special, age itself is not the strongest predictor of whether she's satisfied sexually. It's relationship satisfaction and communication. All of that plays into sexual well-being. And if she feels judged, pressured, everything shuts down. So let's be direct and discuss what women over the age of 45 want during that sexual encounter. Now, a woman over 45 wants a partner who gets it. She wants hers first. She wants to feel desired, not tolerated. She wants you to be present, not distracted, not half present, not scrolling on your phone. She wants to feel attractive. She wants you to smell good. Ball sweat from a lifelong partner isn't sexy anymore. See, she wants you to take care of yourself, trim those toenails so that they aren't slicing into her leg. Get a pedicure so that that dry skin isn't scraping against her. She wants to feel chosen. She wants to feel the raw, carnal, animalistic energy that says, I see you, I want you, and I'm here for this. And if that energy is missing, her body really notices it almost immediately. And listen, she wants you to plan the date. Bring a gift, make her laugh, flirt with her, not like you're trying to get sex all the time, but because you just genuinely desire her. See, if flirting, this is newsflash, isn't a texted image of your genitals. She wants a partner who understands how to flirt. Her body needs more time. Bring lube and a vibrator. Bringing both of them is not unromantic. It tells her that you understand the body and that you came prepared to do whatever it takes. She wants that confidence, not apologies, dominance, not control, leadership, not guesswork. And send those flirty texts earlier in the day. Whisper in her ear about how good she smells. Tell her she looks incredible and mean it. Plan a romantic date. This is foreplay. Long before you touch her, the foreplay has to start. And this is where many men either get lost or disappear. See, a confident man isn't threatened by tools. He uses them well. And once her body feels safe, warm, and fully engaged, desire deepens, that orgasmic intensity comes up and connection locks. This is where many couples get stuck, not because they don't care, but because they've never been taught how to talk about intimacy without pressure, without defensiveness or shame. It becomes that elephant in the room, something you know is there, but you've never talked about. And if you want to reset your erections, your confidence, and performance the right way, for a limited time as a free gift to you, download my Sexpert Secrets Playbook. Become a sex champ overnight, even if the last time sucked, for free and limited time for my YouTube community only. Now, sex after 45 is often better than ever, because here's the paradox. When emotional safety, hormonal support, and real presence get together in a line-up, sex after 45 becomes more satisfying, more honest, more intentional, more performative. There's no pretending, there's no guessing, no pressure to be anything that you're not. And this isn't a decline, it's refinement. So she knows her body, she knows her desires, and if you meet her there, the connection can actually be deeper than anything that either one of you experienced earlier in life. So here is what I want you to know. Women over 45 don't want less sex. They just want better sex. They want to feel desired, hormonally supported, emotionally safe, and physically comfortable enough to fully show up so that they can release and let go. And when these pieces are in place, libido doesn't fade. It actually intensifies in a really different way. And intimacy is not just about her. When sexual connection disappears, it quietly changes men too. Their hormones, their mood, their confidence, and the way that they bond. That's why this next video matters. In it, I explain exactly what happens inside a man's body when intimacy disappears and why regular sexual connection is not optional for male health. Watch this next. Men need sex regularly, and here's why. I'm Dr. Rachel. I love you, and boom!